Coming to you from Studio A, this is the Brooklyn Baritone Podcast. Are you ugly? I hope that you are ugly. Because our ugly, the type of ugly I'm going to get into today, is where it all happens. I understand people don't like even the word ugly. The word ugly sounds ugly. But we're going to roll into a definition first so we can help clarify where I'm coming from and where I'm going to. Ugly. Definition. Unpleasant or repulsive, especially in appearance. Second definition. Involving or likely to involve violence or other unpleasantness. The ugly I'm talking about today is the unpleasant real side to us, because that is the ugly that defines us. That's the ugly that most of us don't usually want anyone to be seen. The thing is, there's certain ugliness that helps us with our improvement. What I'm talking about is the ones that build you up. You know, when you're in the gym and you're really getting it, more than likely you're not going to be pretty looking. Even if you had makeup on, for the women out there, it may start to sweat off of you. Sweat is beaming, glistening, mascara running. Ain't no time for lip gloss in that class, that cardio class, that cycling class. You're pushing weights, whatever it is. You're going to have that face if you're really pushing. You know, that Rocky Balboa snare when he throws a punch. It don't look pretty. That's ugly. But that's part of what goes into what makes you you. That part of that ugliness when you cry. Because most people aren't attractive looking. They definitely don't find themselves attractive looking. And they don't want anyone really to see them in that emotional state, one, and that physical state, two. Most people don't look that great when they crying. Because, you know, you see someone crying, but people who have a heart, it does something too. You know something is wrong. Something is off. You know, also, like, you know, that ugliness with you when you're probably not satisfied. When you're angry, if you're someone who does get angry with certain things, not just for the heck of it, not for the hell of it, not because it's Tuesday you're angry, but only because, you know, you are very dissatisfied with your position or where things are going, because you want improvement. You know, that is the ugliness that I'm talking about. Primarily. But the other ugly too is what a lot of people have in their heart, where they have that destructive nature, where they're going to have ways about them that's going to bring down the mood, ways about them that's going to bring down any kind of constructive or positive environment. They create an ennui. Ennui means a very uncomfortable predicament or environment usually. And a lot of us find ourselves in an ennui because of the ugliness of people. Now, the thing is, the ugliness is a part of us. Not everything that makes us up, but it's the part that most of us don't want everyone to see. Of course, I have this beautiful face here. I'm not going to come with, hopefully not, with eye boogers in my nose. I try not to have, you know, dry lips. I at least, you know, I don't want to look too bad. You know, some days look better than others, but at the same time, you know, I'm not going to come here blubbering with tears coming out of my eyes or, you know, that sneer that I do, because I know I make faces when I'm in the gym because I'm going in. You understand? I lost 20 pounds, going for more, trying to get some of these muscles up here. So I'm eating my spinach, saying my prayers, eating my vitamins. So anyways, of course, we try to put our best foot forward. The unfortunate part is, we put on a facade. I think the throat gremlins are getting me. Something stuck in my throat. Why? I don't know. Anyways, we put on a facade, and the thing is how this culture is, how we are. It's like we are programmed to put on a facade all the time. The problem with that is, it's good to look your best, yes, but that's all you're focusing on. And that's all that you want to convince people that you are all the time. You're not true to yourself. And there are going to be people that's going to see through that facade. You know, your peoples or people who can read you good They're going to see you're ugly. They're going to know what you're about. The ugly part of you that is not pretty, that isn't always smelling great, that's not always at what you consider your best. But it's when you use those moments, those ugly moments, that one last push on the bench press, that last 10 seconds you pushing on the treadmill, that one last piece of energy that you're doing that you're using when you're typing up an email or a paper or a report or something where it's like you're not communicating with anyone else. You're focused, laser focused, no smile, no nothing, just straight business. That's the ugliness that we need to focus on, because it's not just about what we see, because our vision, as great as our senses are, we're so detached from ourselves, from each other, from the Creator. We are limited in what we can actually sense and see and do. It's not about how you look, even though people feel if you look good or if you sound like you know what you're talking about, or if I could discredit the other guy in an argument or a discussion, I look like I'm the good one or the right one, all a facade, because we have to look in everyone's hearts to know what they're about. Is your ugliness the ugliness that pushes, that you go through to reinvent yourself, just like how your muscles, when you work out, it breaks down and breaks. Not a pretty process. It breaks down, it rips, it tears. Then it heals itself into better, stronger material. Or are you the kind of ugly that all you do is destroy and rip and tear, but there's no reconstruction? There's nothing stronger when you're around. Are you that kind of ugly? I'm not talking about the physically ugly or people who are undesirable. Let me use that term. That's when people know what you're about. You could be the good ugly, you have the good ugly about you, or you're just a straight bad, nasty, mean, old, evil, lean kind of ugly that's going on. Because our Creator, Elohim, Yeshua, sees us in a way that we can't see each other because of the limiters that we put, because we're so busy trying to put on a pretty face all the time, myself included. It's harder for us to sense people's true intentions. It's harder for people to see our true intentions because we're always trying to look like we know what we're doing. We don't want to be the odd man out. We don't want to be the one left holding the bag. We don't want to be the one that seems like they don't know what they're doing. No one's ever going to know no one person's going to know everything out there. The ugliness, the good ugliness is what we need to embrace. That's what makes us, us, from moment to moment, from day to day, from week to week, from year to year. We have to use those moments to build ourselves. Again, like I said, it's how I lost 20 pounds, and I'm losing more. Trying to get there, get my strength back and everything. You know, I'm not going to go to sleep wishing for it and it's going to happen and I wake up with sparkles around me and it's a brand new day. I see sparkles anyways, okay? I see bright skies and bright suns, even if it's cloudy and raining outside. Even if I have a bunch of people who may act like there are a bunch of demons around me, I still see an opportunity to move forward and go get it. To go push past it, to deal with certain things. It may not be where I want to be right now. I may not feel like doing certain things, but I know there's a payoff for me. Going through some unpleasantries, discomfort, it's temporary. Pain is temporary. Ugliness is part of us. So we have to make the most of those ugly moments, those ugly faces that we have. Elohim sees us for who we are. He doesn't see us the way that we see each other or ourselves. So the thing is, he sees the ugly and he doesn't snare at us. He doesn't look at us in disgust. He loves us despite of our shortcomings, of our downfalls, despite of our moments where we're not looking the best we possibly can in the best suit, best dress, best makeup, best haircut, best whatever. Doesn't matter, because all that's going to come off anyways. Then you're going to go to bed and wake up, all that's not there. It's just going to be you. You and your ugly self with your morning breath and the crust in your eye. Okay? That's the you that you use to go forward and improve yourself and improve others. You can see the theme of what I always talk about in this podcast is improving yourself, improving others all the time. Anywhere you go, anything you do, you have to make sure that you are an asset. Don't let your ugliness be the thing that tears everything and everyone down. Let your ugliness, you ain't have to let everybody see you, but people around you, people that's close enough to you, people that can pick up on it, they will see, they will know the ugly side to you, but they will still accept you because you know what? You're not an ugly person. You may have ugly moments. You may have times where you have to go through certain things. It's okay. People are going to see you get knocked down. Some people is going to stand by and just look. Some people are going to clap when you get knocked down. Some people are going to help you up. And no, this is not them. They're just going through some stuff, or this is just what all of us goes through. I'm not going to cast wrongful judgment, but I'm going to judge accordingly and say, you know what? They're human, just like me. That could easily be me. Matter of fact, that is me. May not be right now, but sometime in the past or sometime in the future, that is me or was me. You have to understand there's the good and the bad and the ugly. Now, that ugly can contribute to the good. That ugly can contribute to the bad. It all depends on how you use it, how you move forward with these things. We have to look at each other in the same way our Father looks at us, our creator of everything looks at us. We're not meaningless. We didn't come up about just out of chance. There's a reason why you're here. There's a reason why you may go through the things that you go through. Some people will go through more terrible things, way more ugly things than others do. You're here for a reason. I can't explain all of the bad things. I really don't have all those answers, unfortunately. Your best bet is to get a relationship with the Creator, with the Father, to understand who you are, because you have to know where you come from. Nothing He makes is ugly. We may have ugly moments, but we ain't ugly. Don't make yourself ugly. That's all I got for today. It's a quick one today. All right? If you're ugly, the good ugly, it's okay. Love you for it. I'm ugly too, and I wake up every day. All right. But you got to transform that into something beautiful, into the good. Don't be the bad ugly. Okay, guys, always remember to check out my YouTube page, Brooklyn Baritone, Corey Ashley. Subscribe, please subscribe. Check me out on Facebook, on Instagram. I am also in the Google Play Store and the iTunes Store. You'll hear from me next week. I want you guys to always make sure you check me out, and I'm always going to have other content and media out there for you to enjoy. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sticking around. I love you all. Stay blessed.